Hey Scorpio, welcome to Fair Food Mama Intuitive Reading. This is going to be your reading, for Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. Here we are. We're in like a narrow little space, so we'll see how this goes. I'll probably switch it up, but let's just open up and see what the energies are for tomorrow. Cool. So just right off the bat, this sound bowl is like really clear and resonating well. So you might feel like your purpose or your desires are very clear and resonating well. I'm being drawn to the Mushroom Hunters Tarot and the Universal Truths deck right now. So if you're here and you are enjoying my content or you've been here before, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. It really helps my channel grow, and I appreciate all of you who have. This angle is super awkward. I'm gonna change this. That's okay. Blamelessness. Oh, feeling blameless is an emotional freedom that simply cannot be expressed sufficiently in words. Because we are here to learn, we all make mistakes. They are unavoidable. No person has ever become great except through many great mistakes. Our human nature makes growing difficult because our ego wants to fight back, blame others, and be right about things. The following 4 steps catapult us to a higher plane of wisdom and understanding. 1, I'm going to move you so you can kind of see the board a little bit better. There we go. 1, take full responsibility for the part we played. 2, quickly make amends for our errors. 3, intelligently focus on what can be said or done to transmute the challenging situation. And 4, take appropriate action, then sit back and enjoy life's higher journey. So you're probably maybe beating yourself up a little bit for where you're at, what you've been through, maybe who you're leaving behind. Scorpios had a really strong cutoff game at the end of 2023 in your latest readings. So you might be sort of working with those energies. Oh, the 7 of Wands coming out. I'm actually going to take this. I haven't seen this card, and I felt drawn to just sort of open these, so I'm just going to let that be. 7 of Wands. Blamelessness means we do not ride over our purity by overriding our mistake. We do not ride over our purity by overriding our mistake. Huh. Okay. That might mean something to somebody. So here we have the 7 of Wands. I think it's crocodiles. Like that there's some lotuses there. The 7 of Wands in the typical tarot, right, is somebody who's like trying not to be pulled off of his high horse and everybody kind of around him trying to pull him down. It's the 6 of Wands is victory. It's somebody riding back from battle out of victory, and maybe they're a little bit, maybe they come off as a little bit full of themselves. So maybe you were in a situation where you seemed like you were full of yourself, but I mean, the 6 of Wands comes after the 5, and the 5 is like strife or like a battle or a test. I always think of it like a tournament or like a jousting tournament, kind of medieval tournament, right? So the 6 of Wands, he has every right to be on his high horse, and I think eventually, no matter what high horse you're on, right, like there's a humbling process. So the 7 of Wands is like stepping into that humbling process. Speaks to holding your position, digging in your heels, and not giving an inch, which is like totally the opposite of what I just said. So you might really need to just stand your ground right now. Blamelessness too, like somebody might be trying to blame you for something that you didn't do. So stand your ground. You may feel like an alligator. Oh, it's not a crocodile, it's an alligator. Cool. low to the ground, concrete, and connected to your beliefs. Use this to your benefit if you encounter someone who changes your philosophy. The Seven of Wands may also point to those around you who feel threatened by your position or who may feel a need to challenge you. If you know you are in the right, hold firm. When you commit to your place, you will be unshakable. Others around you may not be able to see the whole picture from their vantage point and will be at a disadvantage, as you can see a situation from a better perspective. The Seven of Wands may also point to a time of feeling under attack, of feeling as though everyone is strategizing against you. Are you overly defensive and, as a result, the one who is looking for a fight? Are you holding on to a shoreline when it would be more beneficial to get in the water? Call upon the spirit of the alligator to help you connect with Mother Earth and grounding. This animal knows how to thrive both in and out of the water and can help you find that balance between your emotions and logical mind. Although heavy, it can also teach us buoyancy as we ride down the river of life. The alligator represents mental stability, grounded harmony, sharpness, creation, and a fresh start. Ooh, that's a nice energy for starting out 2024. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, let's clarify these with the Mushroom Hunters Tarot. Maybe just a few. I'm feeling really like earthy energy. Just drawn to these Guardian of the Night tarot. It's all animal totems, and then the Mushroom Hunters tarot, Three of Swords reversed. So you might be healing from somebody who broke your heart, or a situation that broke your heart. Also, I mean, if you went through something where, like, say you were in a workplace environment where you showed up and did your best and like ended up taking somebody else's position because of it, like you feeling bad for that is not really I think it's not, first of all, it's not your fault if the boss decided, right, that they were going to put you in that other person's position. um but it's like you have this sense of, oh, interesting, you have this sense of fairness where it's like you think that taking the blame for a situation that isn't yours to take the blame for is like going to bring you better community, or it's like the way that you keep things fair, but it's not your job to keep things fair. Even like if you're talking in a like a spiritual sense, like if you manifested something and you see the way that things have been moved, like from this higher perspective or whatever, in order to allow you to step into that position, it's like even if you were to try your hardest, you wouldn't have been able to do what spirit did to align those events, right? So if something happens in your favor here and you see that it occurs at the misfortune of someone else, try not to take the blame for it. I think what you're not seeing about this heartbreak is that in a community situation, you're being celebrated. And I think that's what is necessary to focus on. I want to read what this mushroom is on the Four of Wands. Lobster mushroom. Oh, that's lovely. So I have this other beautiful fungi deck, and in this one, the lobster mushroom is the devil card because it's actually a fungus that like infects host mushrooms. And I thought that was a really apt interpretation of the lobster mushroom. But let's read this one. Hypomyces lactiflorum, technically speaking, is not a mushroom. Instead, it's a parasitic fungus that grows primarily on Lactarius and Russula mushrooms, turning them an orange-reddish color. By the time the parasite is finished with the host mushroom, only trace amounts of the mushroom's DNA remains. This parasite transforms a rather tasteless mushroom into one of the most desirable, sought-after mushrooms in the world for their seafood-like flavor. It's a wonderful, unique, and complete transformation, bringing two species of fungi together to create something far greater than the sum of its parts. Celebration, reunion, harmony, family. So even in talking about the nature of the lobster mushroom, this is so interesting. It's like whatever has been removed to make way for your place in this community or this celebration or whatever it is for you to be celebrated. It's necessary, I think, at this time. Again, embrace the energy of blamelessness, see from a higher perspective, and um, realize that this heartbreak is what's being eliminated. So if you feel heartbroken about something, integrating the lesson through whatever shadow work needs to be done for that is going to basically be like that part of the host mushroom's DNA that is like gone to make way for the tasty lobster mushroom that you're becoming. Lobster mushroom. I'm sorry, I'm a nerd. Okay, Seven of Wands. The Empress reversed. That's interesting. So the pink oyster mushroom is easily cultivated. The Empress reversed is somebody who is like, oh, I'm hearing close-fisted. Like, you might have a lot to give and you don't think you do. Or you haven't been giving your all to a situation because you're afraid of like what it will cost others. That's interesting. So the pink oyster mushroom is like easily cultivated. So there might be something like rare about you. I think that the all that you're giving is related to you're in a wounded warrior energy. This is the soldier mushroom. It's the 9 of Wands. And they grow like in a line by the roadside like soldiers. I think that's why it's called that. But I think it's a species of shaggy mane. Anyways, um 3 and 9 might be significant to you. 3 and 9, yeah. As far as numbers go. But you may have been through a lot, Scorpio, and it's like you have knowledge to give about healing from this wounded warrior energy. This wounded warrior energy may also be from being the kind of person who doesn't know how to receive. Like if you give and give and give and give and give to the point of burnout, this is with the 7 of Wands an indication that you really need to protect your energy or like give when you know it's time to give to avoid this resentment that might form from over giving in a situation or any situation, whatever that is. What else? What's the outcome? I want to know advice and outcome. Temperance. Okay, advice is temperance. Temperance is the artist conch. In the Thoth Tarot, it's known as art. So you may be learning to temper your emotions or your wounded warrior energy at this time by channeling into artistic pursuits. You may also be experiencing temperance in the form of like some exercise of asceticism, I'm hearing. Like if you're a spiritualist in some way, you might go through some sort of time of abstinence in order to get closer to the divine. Like I'm thinking about how like before ceremony, for instance, like stomp dance, we weren't allowed to like drink or smoke for 2 weeks before stomp dance, and then you fast for 24 hours before. And all of this is part of like this sort of, I don't know, it's not really like it's a cleansing ritual, but it's like it's a ritual for spiritual attunement. And it's spiritual attunement within your community that literally like it puts you in tune with the earth and the stars and um the people around you in a way that is like unprecedented. So whatever it is that you are withholding from right now. It's because it's clearing the way with this Three of Swords for some sort of like level of attunement to something subtle that you weren't aware had as much power as it does. Some sort of power. What is this? Interesting. Okay, that two of these wanted to come out. The Knight of Swords reversed and the Hanged Man reversed. You might be the kind of person who like speaks out of turn. Or you might be dealing with somebody like that. The Hangman reverse is somebody who is not learning the lesson. It's somebody who is not transmuting the suffering into the spiritual knowledge. We're going to clarify with the tarot because that's an interesting advice card. What's the outcome? Six of Pentacles reversed, moving on from nostalgia, moving on from the past, laying the past to rest, essentially, with like properly laying it to rest. Where is the tarot? Sorry, I've got to get it out. Didn't get it out. Okay, here we go. Spirit, please protect this reading. Send any negative energy back, tenfold transmuted, for the greatest good of all. As above, so below, so might it be. Amen. What is the Three of Swords reversed with the, Four of Wands? Interesting. We have the King of Wands, Page of Cups, and the Queen of Wands reversed. Okay. So we have like divine masculine and feminine here. The Page of Cups can, in this context, be an emotional offer. The Queen of Wands reversed is somebody who does like black magic, or somebody who uses their intuition like incorrectly. It can also be somebody who's not in their own feminine power. Like you're not receiving, you're not allowing yourself to receive, you're not giving yourself the credit. You might be blaming yourself for something. I'm almost like feeling a little bit more confused by this King of Wands and Queen of Wands reversed than I am feeling like there was a clarification. It's on top of the marriage card as well, so like you might be dealing with a fire sign with Temperance here, Sagittarius, King of Wands and Queen of Wands. It's like okay. A little bit more clarification, Spirit, for these cards. Queen of Pentacles. So if you offered your cup of love to somebody, or like you were pursuing some sort of union or business deal or something, you may have been rejected by this person. There may have also been somebody interfering, a Queen of Wands interfering with some youthful, playful, emotional energy coming from you to a situation. You came out as the King of Wands, or embodying the King of Wands energy in your last reading. And part of that reading talked about like giving love to yourself, giving love to the past, letting it go. So it doesn't surprise me that these energies are coming out. What is without is a reflection of what we're experiencing within. It's archetypal projection. But it's like this series of events, you may have realized that you were offering something to a situation that, like, you weren't a counterpart for, or if you were manifesting, it wasn't coming from the right place. It was coming from a place of being brokenhearted. If this is you, if this is somebody else, then somebody with a cat, maybe, or somebody who, again, like the Queen of Wands upside down is a vain, jealous, like, she is the she's like the queen from Snow White, who's like, who's the fairest of them all, and then tries to kill Snow White. Like, if you're a male and you're embodying like your divine masculine energy, your divine masculine healing was like the 2024 reading, the beginning of 2024 reading, then this might be your counterpart feeling jealous of you because you've like created some feeling of security and balance within yourself. And you might even be like in sort of a playful emotional energy, and you might be dealing with somebody or even married to somebody who's like still kind of in this Queen of Wands energy, maybe trying to manifest from a broken heart. In which case, like an offer, your playful, youthful, like emotionally oriented energy backed by this like action that you know what you want, you know what you're heading for, you know how to get it, might allow this Queen of Wands to become more of a Queen of Pentacles, to feel more secure. If you're dealing with somebody who's like, again, masculine, feminine doesn't matter, like the gender, it's just the energies. But if you're dealing with somebody who's kind of in this insecure vein, like even like a black magician or a dark witch or something like that, like offering emotional security from a place of being like, this is what I want, you're what I want, might really help her to feel this like sense of security. I would beware always of like falling for the potential in somebody or of somebody, especially if this is a new person. If this is an established relationship, as it kind of appears to be, it looks like you've been through some stuff together, right? Including possibly marriage. What is this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands? It could also be the Tower reverse. It could also be that you, if you're this masculine King of Wands energy, Page of Cups, I'm reading these as two aspects of the same person right now. Maybe you fell for someone else, or this is your person and there's somebody trying to interfere. This is a lot more complicated than I thought this reading was going to be. The Tower reversed and the Queen of Pentacles. This is your energy, Scorpio, reversed. So you either you avoided a tower by stepping into this Queen of Pentacles energy, or you avoided tower by knowing what it is you want, taking action, being this playful, youthful, emotionally balanced energy, and like offering this cup, this fish, this idea, this business offer, which very well may just be marriage. Marriage is, you know, like it can be viewed as a business, um, just like love, right? Love, the business of love. So I'm hearing that phrase. Maybe you know somebody who uses that phrase. That's interesting. But the Tower reversed, maybe she thought something was falling apart. Yeah, there's somebody who needs to be offered a level of like security, or reassurance here in a very like material, tangible way. Like if this is you in your feminine energy, Scorpio, I'm looking at the Empress reversed over here as like a reflection of your energy, then you might have been in this Queen of Wands reversed in the past and like been heartbroken. Like You might have gotten these sort of paltry offers, or you might have gotten like the kind of person who's all talk and all passion and no action or no follow through, and it may have be like turned you into this kind of person who was manifesting from a broken heart, or this jealous, vain, like cruel, even like person. But you're finding your security and your balance and your place in your community here regardless. And the tower reverse, you're avoiding some kind of tower. I want to know what the Four of Wands is. I don't get the feeling it's a marriage, although it's often depicted as that. Five of Swords? Okay. So the Five of Swords is victory on a battlefield. On a battlefield where, like, you're not using wands, right? You're using swords. Like, you can legitimately injure people. And there's two people walking away. This is you, like, cutting out people who can't be a part of your life anymore because they were trying to take you down every time you tried to, like, progress, because they were like blaming you for whatever, or making you feel like you needed to do more than what you could. Like, I don't know, this is you walking away from people who don't see you. With Tower reversed, yeah, they don't see you, and them not seeing you like, it prevents security, it prevents feeling stable, it prevents feeling fertile. Here, right here, you have fire, water, fire, earth, fire. Lots of fire in the past. What's your current energies? Seven of Wands, the Empress reverse, Nine of Wands. Okay. Two of Swords. The Two of Swords can mean indecision. It can also mean like waiting for the perfect time to make a choice. Like, it's possible you know that there's a choice that you need to make, and it's just not the right time to make it. You might even be lying in wait for, like, the person to come along who, the two leads to the three, right? Like, you know that you're going to have to break somebody's heart. Hmm. You know you have to make that choice, and you're just like, you're poised for the time. Like, when this, you're sitting on this stone chair with the ocean behind you and the moon, like, in this, I'm getting like John Wick vibes. It's all staged and ready, and you're just waiting for the person to come along, like waiting for them to walk through the door so you can just give them that third sword. Blamelessness, that is you realizing that this is you needing to have integrity and stand your ground. It's not like coming from a place of spite, as in the Five of Swords, right? The Five of Swords can sometimes be seen as spite. The Queen of Wands reversed is definitely a spiteful person. You've been grappling, going back and forth with making this decision because you feel that making a decision about this from a place of spite is the wrong thing to do. If you're going to make this decision, it's because of these two things: the wounded warrior energy and the Empress reverse. It's because you gave your all to a situation and you didn't get enough back, and you had to recover. And it was literally not, it couldn't be your fault, because this is how you were made, and you have to stand your ground from that standpoint, even though it's very clear you don't want to have to do this at all. That's interesting. I think that's what this Temperance is. It's like, once you make this decision, you realize it. Knight of Swords upright. Interesting. Okay. So Knight of Swords is reversed here. This is you basically getting the guts to be like, here's the blow, here's the words, here's what I've got to say, here's what happened from my perspective. It's like there's something you need to get off your chest. I'm getting like caught up in my throat. So you've definitely been having a hard time communicating this, maybe dealing with an air sign. But this Knight of Swords is like quick, fast communication, and I don't see it as speaking out of turn. I think maybe in the past you had trouble speaking out of turn with the Knight of Swords reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, and even the Tower reversed. Like, just feeling like maybe you've tried to end things before, or maybe you've tried to communicate, like, hey, I need to get more back in this situation than what I'm giving out because I'm getting burnt out and I'm like hurting and I need to heal. Like, but it's always come out the wrong way. And acting from this centered place of like knowing your boundaries and knowing what you deserve and knowing what you don't deserve and knowing that you're blameless in being created that way. It's okay to have your feelings, right? That is your temperance, acting and speaking from that place of like a balanced grounded balanced grounded place. There's no emotion in this center, like there's no cups here, but there is a waterfall feeding all that nurtures the Empress back here. There's water behind this Two of Swords, and there's water holding all of these 6 wands. So it's like you're using fire and your intellect to like temper the emotions of this situation, and you're learning to communicate it and cut through all the BS in a way that is, it's as tempered as it's going to get. The Knight of Swords is not very I mean, it could be the Queen or the King of Swords, right? Like, but it's like I think it's going to be obvious to whoever you're communicating to that this communication is being done reluctantly but necessarily. That's also why it's on top of Temperance here. What is the Hanged Man reversed and the Knight of Swords reversed? That's your advice. The High Priestess reversed. What are the chances that she would come out reversed here? So she's the Major Arcana 2. We have the Two of Swords here. Yeah, 222, 333. You might be seeing. Tomorrow is 1/2/24. So maybe by like 2/2/24, you'll see sort of the end of this, whatever this is. We can clarify actually what that's going to be. But the High Priestess reversed is telling me like don't resurrect anything from the past. She stands in front of the veil between the worlds, and she brings in spiritual truth from spirit, right? Well, like the Hierophant brings in spiritual truth so that man can make law. She brings in spiritual truth that is spiritual law for man to abide. And then you have the Hangman reverse, which also talks about laying something to rest in order to gain spiritual knowledge or wisdom. What is this? It's like Three of Pentacles and the Two of Cups underneath that. No way. Okay. That's so strange. Okay. So the Three of Pentacles is self-mastery, and it's mastery of a craft. Your mastery may be of the craft of connecting with others and also of communing with yourself, or overcoming duality, inner duality. This communication might it's coming from a place I'm hearing of personal beliefs and personal conviction with the Two of Cups here. It's like you've been through some stuff in the past that has led you like down the middle road, right? And you've been able to find the strength to overcome the illusion of duality within yourself and even the illusion of like separation. I'm hearing like we're all from one source, one cosmic source, one divine source. We're all consciousness experiencing itself through these like individual outlets of like corporeal experience on the planet. And you've mastered yourself. You know your boundaries. You know what it is you need, what it is you need in return when you give. And these people are coming to ask you for something. I'm hearing forgiveness. You may be having people come to ask for your forgiveness, people from your past or people who want to employ your skills or your services. And he's listening to the walls. And I've never really like read this card this way before, but he's actually listening to his house, the creation that he's built, this church, this like place of worship. This might be you learning to listen to your body also. Like I'm checking my mic. Yeah, okay. Like you might with temperance. This is another reading for this situation, but if you're the kind of person who like overindulges, Scorpio, right? Maybe. Um you might be learning to like temper your overindulgence. Like the Knight of Swords on top of temperance is like if you get into your cups too deep or something, you might say things you regret. Or this person might, if this is like an air sign or somebody else you're dealing with. And this is you learning to listen to your body and maybe teaching others with the wounded warrior how to do the same in order to come into this personal balance, this overcoming, sorry, of duality. Yeah, sometimes listening to a place of worship or a physical place with the Trinity here is like body, mind, spirit. Like this is you learning to be aligned. It's also sound healing. To me, this talks about archaeoacoustics. Archaeoacoustics, yeah. A place that is built to like resonate with a certain frequency that is healing to the human body. So you might want to look into that. Oh, interesting. And then the Knight of Swords is somebody who speaks. So this speech that you need to make, or this announcement, or this communication, is literally going to heal you and this person, like physically, like bring you into balance. Interesting. Now, if you're experiencing like an ailment that can't be reversed or something, I'm just a tarot reader, so like please seek a professional, medical professional, if that's something you're experiencing. This is more talking about like the physical ailments that come from like emotional stress, or like thought patterns that have been unhealthy. The Hangman reversed, the Knight of Swords. I'm really curious why these three came out reversed. These reversals, right? They can be. The Page of Pentacles is reversed too. It's lack mentality. You might feel like you don't have what it takes. You might not feel like you have the stamina. You may not be giving credit to the spirit realm or those who have passed before you. Um, you might not be giving enough credit to the angel of temperance, like to divine beings, in order to heal your situation. With the church on the Three of Pentacles here, whatever your belief system is, you may very well want to connect and commit to that. Like, this is you handing over the reins of control to spirit to heal this situation, to guide your sword. What is this choice? Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins a race. Ten of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Okay. So I just turned over the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight and the Two of Pentacles. There's something about bringing security to the situation and balance in the 3D. You might have an offer for somebody, like a tangible physical offer. I'm seeing, oh, a King of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles back here with a King of Pentacles. And then the Knight of Cups. Both an emotional and a tangible offer. You might be deciding how to approach a situation, like approach this communication with somebody. Like, do I focus on the emotional aspect of it or the material aspect of it? And this person is like a King of Pentacles, or they're very much a grounded, earthy individual. So if you're like trying to communicate through hints, subtle hints, with the Knight of Swords reversed, or the Hangman reversed is like the dissemination of spiritual knowledge that's been gained from that sacrifice. If you're trying to like disseminate knowledge to somebody, like I've been through all of this, and it's like somebody who's a martyr. That's like martyr behavior. If you're trying to approach it from the perspective of a martyr, or from the perspective of somebody whose beliefs were disregarded or disrespected, or whose upbringing or past ancestors were disrespected in this situation. I don't, something about bringing back the dead, or something about like leaving it in the past is disrespectful. This King of Pentacles is like a grounded, secure, eyes closed individual. They're not going to see your offer. They're going to get their offer from this Queen of Pentacles. In fact, they might even be the kind of person who takes from the Queen of Pentacles. She's looking that way and he's looking forward, backward and forward. They have each other's backs, but like they each have their own pentacle. And like he's in the city and she's in the woods. So it's like you need to master your own realm. You might be telling somebody this, like we need to take some space because you need to master your own realm. Like I can't keep giving to you in this situation. It's burning me out. I gotta like stabilize. What is the Six of Pentacles reversed? The Lovers. Oh, that's really sweet. Okay. Okay. So if this is a love situation, and there's all the cards on the board for that. The Lovers, the Two of Cups, and the Four of Wands. along with two divine counterparts, King and Queen of Wands, King and Queen of Pentacles. Maybe your King and Queen of Wands situation was toxic. If this was you and a counterpart, it was not good. And so this person is becoming the Queen of Pentacles, getting grounded, stable, secure. And you're like, I'm becoming the King of Pentacles, getting grounded, stable, secure. And we're going to go our own directions and stop like the Six of Pentacles reversed is like breadcrumbing or unfair give and take. Be in our own realms. And you got the Knight going between, back and forth between you. This might be like a divorce and mediation, or it might be something like that came close and then was avoided with I don't see that though. With this Five of Swords, it's like this person's on their own. They're walking away and they're like happy about it. They're like, haha, you guys did not win. I have all these swords. I'll hold them on my own. Okay, what's the Lovers with the Six of Pentacles reversed? The Lovers can also mean a choice. You might have been in a situation that was like a connection that was based on passion, or based on something that was fiery and intangible. And like, in order to ground this connection, you need to come from a place of security on both sides, so that if you do engage in love with one another, if this is two different people, then it's from a place of choice and not feeling like compelled. Especially with the Empress reversed and the Nine of Wands there with Two of Swords. Yeah, choice. What's the outcome for Scorpios, please, Spirit? Ooh, Ten of Pentacles. That's so beautiful. Wow. I love this. That's so lovely. I don't even know what to say to that. Okay, so this High Priestess reverse is standing out to me as somebody who allows religious doctrine to like govern her instead of like intuiting messages that are helpful. It's like they're ruled by their beliefs. And their beliefs are imbalanced because there was no personal. The Hangman is like the personal experience of the divine, and like the understanding of the work it takes to sacrifice like the pieces of the ego essentially, and like let them go, like do the unmasking. This King of Pentacles is manifest because instead of choosing this religious doctrine that governs you, or instead of clinging to an ego mask, it's like you let those drop and you just communicate how you feel truly in the moment from this place of temperance. Like, this is what I feel. This is what I actually need. Like, physically, my body needs this. Mentally, my mind needs this. Like, this is you getting super grounded in the 3D from this fiery, toxic place. And the outcome is the Ten of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles reverse can also mean, I keep seeing it as the Six of Cups, even though it's not. So it's just reminding me of the Six of Cups, like maybe, yeah, like not resurrecting old stuff, like letting that go. Anything else for Scorpios? I'm like, I don't even want to draw anymore because it's so pretty. It's such a pretty reading. There's mirror imaging going on here. There's divine counterparts, maybe twin flame connections with like that sort of progression. And very possibly just you coming into divine union with your higher self and like feeling good about where you're at, feeling secure, who you're surrounded by, um, your pets, your family, your loved ones, your community, your kids. Outcome. The Magician reverse is like, especially with the Queen of Wands back here, it's like letting go of thinking you know better than the divine in this regard. This is you trusting your spirit guides. It's you trusting the universe. It's you trusting that all of this will unfold. It very well may be a twin flame connection. It's you going your own way and them going their own way. And like, if it happens, what's meant for me will not miss me. This is you having total faith. The sort of crux in the magician, right? And I think part of the reason why he's like, oh my gosh, 50, 55 on the timer already. Part of the reason why he's the trickster energy is that he has all the tools of the universe to like create what he wants, but in creating what you want, you're sort of like discounting the whole act of having faith. Um, but in order to like have magic, you have to have faith in magic, which is unseen and intangible. So it's like this very tricky dichotomy, duality. It's why he has the Ouroboros over his head. This is you having total faith in the outcome. I think that Empress reversed again. Weird. Okay. This is also you being discerning about what you receive, who you receive it from. We had the Empress reverse with the Devil. Like you might be actually having to, yeah, reject some people. Like you might get into this energy of the Queen of Pentacles and have choices to make about who you give your pentacle to. Even looking away from certain options, like, no, I'm only getting my pentacle from my queen or something like that. If you're male or female, doesn't matter. Because you know what your 10 of Pentacles is. Like you've made that choice, you've come into that understanding. You're holding your space, your energy. You're listening to your body and your mind. You're speaking your truth. All right, Scorpios, if you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, share, subscribe. You can enter to win a free reading on 111 by putting free reading in the comments. You can donate on my Cash App, join my Patreon. It's $5.55 a month. I sometimes post readings there from decks that I can't put on YouTube. I wish you all a very happy Tuesday, January 2nd, and I will see you probably on Wednesday. Okay, bye.